Welcome to Spirituality Spots with Sister Kathy this week. I'm happy that you are with me. One way I know that many parents suffer and become disheartened is when their adult children stop receiving the sacraments, especially when they stop going to Mass. It seems that many other societal things take preference, such as football or soccer games or traveling leagues. I know when I ministered in the parish, I heard stories that many parents were struggling with, not to mention what the religious education directors were struggling with. I cannot take away your sadness or your suffering, but only Jesus can do that. But I can offer some advice that has brought some reassurance to parents dealing with this kind of suffering. First, let me share with you perhaps what not to do. Lecturing your adult children about the pains of hell or the effects of not attending Mass on a given Sunday is not going to be too effective. Most young adult children want you to respect their adult autonomy, especially with regard to religion, although I know sometimes that's not the case regarding financial help. We must respect where they are in their adult growth and maturity. What I find can help, though, in mentioning some helpful hints for your adult children is perhaps mentioning a good spiritual book that you are reading presently, especially from an author that deals specifically with adult growth and development in regard to faith. And I find Father Ron Rolheiser's books very helpful in this regard. Second, inviting your children to something that your parish is sponsoring might be helpful, whether it's a spaghetti dinner, a music concert, something that might help them to come back to the church. Third, perhaps your parish is sponsoring a mission, and you might want to invite your adult children to one night of the mission, especially if you have heard that the speaker for the mission is quite effective and interesting. This might help. I guess the one word I would use regarding your adult children is never to stop inviting. If you know your parish is doing something, if your parish is sponsoring, for example, a summer Bible camp, invite your adult children to have your grands attend. It could be so heartwarming to not only you, but to also your adult children. There is so much, in our modern world that distracts our children from meaningful life events, and that which sponsors real human and spiritual growth. I mentioned now one person who drives 2 hours every perhaps 6 weeks from a certain island near Charleston. And he shares that experience of meeting with me with his adult daughter. And she has a really hard time understanding, Dad, why would you drive that far? And then to share that he's talking about his faith development and his life with Jesus. She has a hard time understanding, but it does prick her intellectual capacities and wondering why her dad would do such a thing. So I guess the important thing to remember is to never stop inviting your adult children, or, for example, taking your grands to Mass if you are babysitting them for the weekend, or teaching your grands the Holy Rosary. What I have found is that many grandparents share with me that their grandkids go home to their parents and share what they have done with their grandparents. That's the point where we want to begin. To get your children interested in what their children, your grandchildren, are doing when they are with you. So I hope this helps. I hope you have a good week. I pray that the peace of the Lord be with you. May God bless your efforts in regard to your adult children. And know that they are doing the best they can. Take care.